my friends. Welcome back to English with Apurva. I am Apurva. Today, we will talk about one of the biggest problems in language learning, translating in your head. Many learners tell me, Apurva, I always translate. First, I think in my language, then I try to change the words into English. It is slow, it is stressful. I forget words. Maybe you feel the same. Maybe you want to stop translating, but you don't know how. In this episode, I want to give you something very special. I will give you new ideas and very new techniques to start thinking in English today. Let's begin. Okay. Let's start with why translating is the biggest problem. Scientists who study the brain are saying that we have two systems of thinking. One system is very fast and automatic. It works quickly. It works without stopping. The other system is very slow and very careful. It checks everything step by step, but it takes more time than the another. When you translate in your head, you are using a very slow and very careful system. You think of the sentence in your own language. Then you try to change it into the English. This step takes extra time. It makes you pause. It creates timing. And it makes conversation very heavy. It makes speaking feeling difficult to you and very stressful. But think in English directly, you can use the fast and automatic system. It does not stop to check every word. It does not move back and forth between the languages. It simply speaks. It is quick. It is natural, it feels light and very easy. Imagine this. You are sitting in a great cave. The waiter comes to you and asks, "What would you like to drink?" If you translate first, you hear the question. Then you think of it, the answer that you are giving in your own language. Next, you try to change the answer into English. By the time you finish, the waiter is waiting. You feel very nervous. You may even forget a word. But if you think in English directly, the words come out at once immediately. You look at the waiter and say, "A coffee please." Simple, natural, no waiting, no stress. This is why translation is a very big problem. Translation makes you very slow. Thinking in English makes you quick. Translation makes you very nervous. Thinking in English makes you confident. Okay. Now, you might be thinking, how can I stop using my own language first? The answer is not that big. It is not something you'll do only once. The answer is small daily changes. Research in learning shows something very important. Practicing many small times is stronger than practicing one long time. Short, frequent practice is better for brain than the long ones and the boring ones. It is like drinking water. You do not drink all your water in one moment. You drink many times during the day. Language is the same thing. So, how do we use these small moments here? Very simple. When you open the fridge, do not just open it. Say in your mind or say quietly, "I am opening the fridge." When you tie your shoes, do not just tie them. Speak in your head, "What are you doing?" Say, "I am tying my shoes." Same with when you wash your hands, say, "I am washing my hands." When you look out the window, say, "I am looking out the window." These are very short sentences. We call them micro moments, okay? Micro moments. A micro moment is a very small time when you use English. It can be only 3 seconds or 2 seconds long, but it trains your brain to use English. At first, the sentences are very simple. They may feel too small, but do not worry. Easy is very good. Easy is powerful. With time, your brain learns to connect actions with English directly. Slowly, these sentences become automatic. This is how you move from the slow system to the fast system pretty easy. The one that is natural and automatic. At the beginning, you may think slowly, "I am opening the fridge." That is the thought in your head. It is slow at the beginning, but after many times, the words come fast. "I am opening the fridge." No translation, no delay, Just English, nothing else. The magic is not in one big moment. The magic is in many small daily moments. Every time you use English word in a small way, you are practicing your brain. Every small practice builds a new road inside your mind that will help you further. And one day, without noticing, English will come to you very naturally. Okay, many learners say, Apurva, I want to think in English, but I do not live in English speaking country. So how do I do that? What can I do? That is a very good question. Of course, the best way to think in English is to live where English is everywhere. If you hear English in streets, on radio, on TV, in shops, your brain has no choice. It starts to think in English, but not everyone can move to another country. Not everyone can travel abroad. Not everyone has the same financial condition. So what can you do? The answer is make small English islands in your day. So, what is an English island? An island is a small piece of land. Around the island, there is water. Inside the island, there is land. In the same way, your day may be full of your own language, but you can create small English islands of English short times when you need. For example, you can make 10-minute English only breakfast. During those 10 minutes, you can think and speak only in English. You look at your foot and say, this is bread. The bread is fresh. I am drinking the tea. The tea is very hot. I like this butter. The butter is pretty soft. You see, everything is simple, but it is all in the English that you are using. Later, maybe in the evening, you can make another English island. For example, 15 minutes of English music or 15 minutes of English podcast that you like. During that time, no other language, only English is going to be used. At first, your island may be very small. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. And that is okay. Small is good. Small is very possible. With time, the island can grow bigger and bigger. 10 minutes can become 20 minutes. One island can become 5 islands. Slowly, your day will have more and more English islands in your life. And the more islands you build, the less you will translate. Okay? The more islands you build, the more natural English will feel. So remember this, you do not need to live in London or New York to think in English. You can build your own English world step by step, island by island, inside your day. Alright, here is another idea from research. Use mental pictures, not words, from your own language. When you learn a new English word, many learners can make very mistakes. They always connect the English word with their native language. For example, they learn the word apple and they immediately think of word for apple in their language. This feels easy at first, but it creates a problem. Why? Because every time you want to use the word, your brain must first go to your first language and then move back to English, the reverse order. And that is slow. That is very heavy. Instead, you can train your brain in a very better way. Do not connect the new English word to your own language. Connect it to a picture in your mind. Connect it to an image, a sound, a smell, or even a feeling that you have. For example, when you learn the word apple, don't think of translation. Don't see the word from your own language in your head. Instead, close your eyes and imagine a big red apple in your hand. Imagine the taste. Imagine the smell of the fresh apple. Imagine the sound when you bite it. Now, when you hear the word apple, your brain will not run to your native language. Your brain will run directly to picture from English to picture, not English to translation. Okay? This is very powerful. You have to take care of it. Do you know why? Because this is how children learn. A child does not learn the word dog by translating it. A child sees a dog, hears the word dog, and the connection is made. Here is another technique. It may feel very strange, but talking to yourself is a very strong method to learn English. Psychologists call it self talk. Self talk means speaking to yourself, sometimes quietly and sometimes loudly. You can say, "Now I am walking to the bus. I must remember my keys." Or, "Well done, I finished my work." You are your own English partner. You are your own English teacher. This is free, it is private, and it is hell lot of powerful. So, let me give you a simple plan you can use for 1 week. In the morning, create a short English island at breakfast. Think in English only. During the day, use micro moments, one sentence for each action. In the evening, watch a short video. Copy the emotions, not just the words. Before bed, use self talk. Tell yourself what is the good thing that you did in English. This plan is not long. It is not difficult. But if you do it every day, you will notice a lot of changes in yourself. Your brain will start to connect English with life, not with the translator you have been. So, my friends, remember, translating is natural in the beginning, but it is not the end. You can move beyond it. You can build new roads in your brain. The more you connect English directly to actions, pictures, and feelings, the faster you will think in English. The more you practice, the more automatic it becomes. Okay, I am Apurva, and until next time, keep practicing, keep learning, and keep believing in yourself. Never leave that. Bye for now.